tell us if people hop on, right?
Right. Kristen's going to,
Still waiting for the notification. So this should be fantastic and so much fun.
Oh, there we go. It says we're live.
Okay.
Let me see if I can make this. I don't know if it matters, but. Oh, there. Now we can see ourselves.
oh, there we are.
There we go.
All right, good. So does it tell us how many people are viewing this?
2.
Well, look at that.
One of those probably Kristen.
I'm gonna read all our comments.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna be our moderator.
Yeah, that's what she normally does.
Yeah. And somebody should tell us.
So much of what?
Nikki says hi.
I love how she is always wanting to make sure for a kid, like for how many more years.
Are we? How long are we waiting?
Kristen says hello.
We're gonna wait till we're gonna give it till 6:02 before we officially start.
I hate being on here.
I thought me too.
Oh, guys, I'm so used to it. Now it's like, yeah, I have gotten more used to it, but I still can't not look at myself.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you look at yourself, then on the screen you're sideways, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's like mirrored. Like there was
the
one
whole
day I
thing.
switched. I think
Well,
I
it
was
is. Like, I'm on that side all
Yeah,
the time.
but I was doing Zoom and I switched it to mirrored mode or whatever, so that instead of it, I don't know, it was really weird. And I was like, oh my gosh, my face is not symmetrical at all. My girl was like, well, it's true. Like you can't really tell until you're looking at the screen in front of you.
How many more viewers do we have?
We're at 5.
Hey, look at that. That's a pretty good number for us.
5 minutes. We're gonna begin in 2 minutes. Amanda said she was gonna be coming on, but her kids are at practice or something.
Football, probably.
Football and cheering.
Oh, it was,
Yeah, she was Julia. She was cheering.
I could picture her in my face if I had any.
She's such a little peanut.
Levi's bigger than she is.
Levi's bigger than Anya.
That's also true. Yeah.
Well, you don't have a typed on your
I do have them typed and I printed them out and I left them at home.
Fried
It's fine.
snacks.
Says
I think-
hello.
I think she's
Hi, Victoria.
new.
Thank you for
Victoria.
joining us.
I think she's new to the district. I think I remember seeing a comment of hers like that.
Can you hear us? Can someone tell us if you can hear us?
They can hear us.
For sure.
Speak away.
Oh, okay.
Everyone is so
Well,
Fred. That's the dog. His name is Fred. Come here.
it's okay.
Amanda Cromer says, hi, ladies.
Hi. Hi.
I'm gonna move this.
Oh, that's 7 viewers. Okay, it's 6:02.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna get started. Anyone who's still joining or not joining can watch the replay. I appreciate everyone taking time out of their evening to join us tonight. This is our first meeting of the year. We're hoping to have a great year despite everything that's going on in the world. I'm going to let Katya take over with the minutes, and then we'll go to Rebecca with the treasure report, and then from there to new business. So go ahead, Katya.
So, well, this is our first official meeting, so we don't have past big PTO meeting minutes. However, back last month, August 11th, we met as a board with some of our administrators, the assistant superintendent, Dr. Stoker, Mr. Pine and Mr. Schneiderite, the school secretaries. This was a virtual meeting, and we went over some of their needs for the school year and our ideas and plans and what we would be allowed to do. So I'm just going to review some of the things we talked about there. So as everybody probably suspected, for the time being, there will be no field trips this year. So that is something that the PTO generally has paid for, not just the field trip, but also the busing to get there. This changes how we are going to be viewing our budget this year because we don't need to be paying for the field trips. We discussed the potential of bringing in some virtual field trips. For example, like the Lehigh Valley Zoo does some virtual like animal shows and things like this. So that is something that we will also be looking into. But we have decided to use the money that we would normally set aside for busing that we were also able to save last year because, well, springtime school shut down and there were no field trips, to put that towards some of the things that we've already been doing at the schools now to help with the art supplies, the recess equipment, and so forth. They were all very excited about that. We discussed the Boosterthon fundraiser. Those of you who were here last year may remember our fun run that we did. It was a glow run last year. We had them scheduled to do this again this year, a different type of activity, but that is not going to happen in the fall for obvious reasons. So they did request that we move it to the spring.
The school district did.
Yes, the school board requested that. So we discussed that with the Boosterthon people and they were able to accommodate that request. So we will be doing that in the spring, but none of that will be happening this fall. They informed us that there can be no on-campus fundraising for the time being. So we have come up with some off-campus ideas that we'll tell you about in a little bit on today's agenda. Then we had a request from the principals to do some painting on the macadam at the playgrounds at both elementary schools to give the kids something else to do at recess, since a lot of things at recess have been kind of canceled due to all the social distancing. So this is one of the things that we have decided to transfer that busing funding towards. Some of the requests were jump ropes, soccer balls, kickballs, things that do not require, like balls that do not require hand passing that kids can kick back and forth. Possibly storage bins for those. And of course the paint and the stencils for the macadam projects, which if some of you have kids at Peters, they may have seen those. You also probably saw the pictures here on the Facebook page. We got that project started finally. We discussed communication with our virtual students because our virtual students are still our students. The school assured us that they will continue to share all PTO communication with them. And the donation of art supplies, since every student this year has to have their own art supplies. So just in case any of you watching were not able to find all the art supplies for that art supply list, they were donated to the schools. So let your teacher know, let the office know there's stuff there for your kids. Nobody needs to go without. We also donated a whole bunch of individual tissue packs. And then we also discussed the idea of doing some virtual community activities just for fun, for kids to be able to see each other, especially those who are on opposite days, or you know, the ones that are virtual that haven't seen any of their friends. So this is all, they were all very excited about that. That's pretty much where that meeting ended. Yeah.
Rhonda Wall says, World's Finest Chocolate has low touch and virtual pop-up storefront, please.
World's Finest.
World's Finest Chocolate.
Mom, it's wicked noisy.
Yes, it is very noisy. You need to plug it in so it doesn't die.
Okay. Rebecca will go now over the treasure report.
Okay. Hi, everybody. So I'm just doing the financial report for the month of August. So our beginning balance, bank account balance on August 1st was $30,568.39. We did not have any deposits in August. We did write out a couple checks and we did have a couple purchases. I'm just going to summarize them for us. We did pay the $2,000 deposit for the spring glow run with Boosterthon. We did do the Chalk the Walk event for the teachers for their first day of in-service. We did both entrances at both elementary schools. Our COVID relief fund, which is basically the money that you would use for busing for field trips, has been turned into that. So far, we spent $2,572.80. We did have some PTO purchases that we had to make, just office type supplies, and also as a new member of the PTO, I had to be fingerprinted because I haven't been a Pennsylvania resident for 10 years, and the PTO and the bylaws does cover the expenses of getting your clearances, so that was also reimbursed to me. We also purchased the Nikki folders, the homework folders that everybody comes home with, and the student planners, so the date books. Those are just handed out at Slatington, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, the date books are just handed out at Slatington. So we spent $3,235.63 on those two items. So in August, we spent a total of $7,870.91, and our reconciled bank balance on September 1st was $22,697.48. We do have some other budget items that we have delegated funds for. While we have not used that money yet, we are setting it aside so that we can budget for it. So we still have money set aside from last year for both the Zenden at Slatington Elementary and Make Peters Pop. Since we cannot get into the buildings right now to do those projects, they're on hold, but the money is set aside for them. The COVID relief fund, we did set the $4,000 for that, and we still have $1,471.70 left over. We do staff appreciation gifts throughout the year, custodians, secretaries, principals, all that. We set aside $2,000 for that. For the school supplies, for the Nikki folders and the student planners, we spent exactly what we planned on, which is $3,235.63. The sensory paths at both schools, we bought the paint and the painting supplies, the paintbrushes, paint trays, rollers, things like that, for a total of $667.93. We have set aside $4,500 for the children's Christmas gifts this year. We have our annual insurance renewal coming up in October for $404. We have the $2,000 Boosterthon deposit. We also have to get our 501c3 reinstated. The fee just to have that reinstated is $275. We don't really have that much control of what it's going to cost. We have also hired a local accountant by the name of Andrew Keebrick. He is going to be helping us get our 501c3 reinstated, and he's also going to help us file our taxes this year. It's the first year it's been done in a while, so there's a lot of paperwork that I'm going through right now. And then Chalk the Walk, we only bought chalk for that. We didn't have to buy anything else. That was $26.45. I did set aside $500 in the budget to pay Andrew for his time for whatever it's going to cost him to do our taxes. So we have a budgeted total estimated expenditures of $20,279 with a remaining balance of $10,289.39. And of course, that is just an estimate, just so we have an idea of how much we're spending. And then for transparency's sake, we did have an accidental purchase by one of our board members on Amazon for $7.41. It showed up on our bank account. Her personal card was compromised, and so Amazon billed the next card available. So it billed her PTO debit card. I've written her bill, and she's paid a check tonight. So I will deposit that in the bank account this weekend. I think that's all I have for the treasurer report. do you want me to bring this up, the website, or no?
Sure.
Okay, so one of the things that I'm gonna be working on, is getting our, PTO website back up. We owe Google $40.83, cause it is a Google, it's a Google domain website. We need to basically get it functioning. Right now, it doesn't work, like, it doesn't have a purpose right now. So we need to get it up and running. Facebook is great, but there are plenty of people out there that don't use it, and we want to make sure that everybody has access to pretty much the same things that we would put on Facebook. We're going to try to keep some things private in the group. Make sure you request to join the community group, so that you can see pictures that we post from events and kids. We're just trying to keep everybody, their personal lives private, so we're only approving people to be in the group who have children in the school district. So one of the things we have to do is we have to pay our balance to Google for $40.83, and then we need to choose what kind of monthly website plan we're going to have. Their G Suite basic website, which has all of the features that we would need, is $6 per person per month. And by per person, it means that individual members of the PTO can have a @NLPTO.org email address, and we really don't use it at all. We really rely on our Yahoo email address. So we were thinking of just doing the like a one single generic email address for the purposes of the website. So it would only be $6 a month to run G Suite, to run our new website. And then we just have to remove some of the former PTO board members, but I can't do that until we pay our balance.
So, do we want to vote on that now?
Sure.
Okay, so that is something we wanted to put to a vote to the entire PTO, all of the members. So if you are watching live right now, you can vote in favor or against keeping this website. If you are in favor of doing so, please just type into the comments yes. If you are not in favor of doing so, comment no. If you are not watching this live, if you end up watching the recording, you do not get to vote. We are sorry.
Yep. So we're heading out.
Not with your DS, you're not.
Don't bring that up.
Not with electronics.
Come on, Colin.
Thank you.
So while we're waiting for you to vote, we'll move on
Sure.
to new business. Basically, I'm kind of recap what Katya already went over. We recently did do the playground at Peters. PTO purchased jump ropes, soccer balls, and paint. The school supplied the stencils to help with social distancing on playgrounds. The board members, with the help of Amanda Cromer, painted an outer space sensory. We are looking to do something similar at Slatington, but we'll need help. We're trying also to figure, yes.
Ellie is asking, I'm just joining, but we are asking about shutting down the website, right? No.
If we would like to continue running it, if the PTO members are in favor of us continuing to run the website as a place for information to be shared outside of Facebook, to use as a resource for those who do not use Facebook, or those who do not wish to be public on Facebook within our groups or things like that. Or if you are not in favor of continuing to run that at a cost of $6 a month to the PTO. Okay, yeah.
Yes, if we want to continue
Yes.
the website,
No, if we
no,
want.
if we don't.
So basically we did a sensory path at Peters. We would like to do something similar at Slatington. We don't want to do the exact same thing because we don't want them coming from Peters to Slatington and be like, oh, we already did this. And we are looking for volunteers to help us do this. It was quite a process for the 5 of us to do. It spanned over 3 days, and we were just looking maybe to do a weekend. And obviously, we need a weekend where there's no rain. So we will be posting when we decide to do it. Sorry, we have a dog barking.
The joys of virtual.
As of currently, we have 3 yes.
Okay.
We have 11 viewers, so I'm not sure if we should give it another couple minutes. for
Let's
them
give
to
it-
vote.
Let's give it another couple minutes.
We could even be so.
On mine, we're like she's just getting up for the dog.
Okay, so yeah, we're a little behind, so let's give it a couple minutes.
Supplies. The PTO purchased art supplies. We purchased crayons, markers, colored pencils, watercolors. We did not purchase enough for the whole entire school, but we did purchase quite a bit for any student who is in need of supplies. We also purchased, like Kaya said, tissues to help with the children. With not being able to share anything this year, we are doing our best to help out.
It's okay, that's already broken.
The PTO also purchased lanyards. They will be used to hold the children's mask when not in use. That was decided over the summer. It was a last minute purchase that we got out to the children. If your child does not have a lanyard or has not said they have one, have them ask their teacher.
They should have received them. They've been dropped off at all the schools, so.
I know Mrs. Ettinger just showed them to the kids today, I think.
Okay.
So
Okay, we have 2 fundraisers already going for this month. The first one will be going home already to A and L, and then the rest will be going home on Thursday. We used a local gentleman. His company is Sweet Fundraising Solutions. He does live here in town. The fundraiser will run from September 8th/10th. It will end September 24th. The pickup will be October 19th through the 23rd. The location will be determined.
Didn't hear anything being said. Same here, it's very low.
Okay. Hold on, we're adjusting. I apologize. And we all know I have a loud mouth.
I know, you're not very quiet.
I don't want to stop this.
Well, so I was told I was being loud. Maybe we have to switch places and we have to sit closer.
Be the distance.
yeah.
But I'm always loud.
What, buddy?
I want to.
I could just talk louder. If anyone has trouble hearing me, just let us know. Back to it. Sweet Fundraising Solutions fundraiser is starting this week. It will end September 24th. Pickup will be October 19th through the 23rd. Location will be determined. It is going to be, the fundraiser is Spunkmeyer cookies and then snacks. I don't have your thing. I wasn't prepared for that. I'm sorry. If you're like what we're selling. So basically, it's cookies already in a box. You separate them and throw them in the oven. The other one is quick and tasty favorites.
Don't pull the cords.
Anywhere from pizzas, muffins, and pretzels just to throw in the oven for children.
We thought that this would be like kind of convenient with, you know, our virtual days right now. I don't know about your kids, but mine are constantly whining about being hungry and wanting a snack. This is even like, you know, middle school and high school kids, sometimes they're home alone. this is something easy for them to throw in the oven or the microwave and heat up. It's also a nice, quick and easy, like before sports practice or thing snack. So we're hoping that this is something that people find useful. Since we're not able to do our big Boosterthon fundraiser this fall, this will really help us out.
Our next fundraiser is going to actually be very soon. We are doing our first ever food truck night. It will be held at Rentschler's. They are gracious enough to let us use their parking lots. We're planning on being on the opposite side of the dealerships. They are going to clear their lot for us. We will have parents there and hopefully some husbands to help with traffic and crossing streets and getting out of the parking lot. Currently, we have just 2 trucks. I was trying very hard to get a 3rd truck. If anyone knows of a food truck that is available, September 17th from 5 to 8, you can send them my way. I did reach out to at least 10 trucks and either no response or they were already booked that day. So again, bring out your kids. Thursday, September 17th, 5 to 8 at Rentschler's parking lot. Flyers will be going home this week. We are having PFG, which is a local pizza truck, and then Rita's Italian Ice will be there. So that'll be a good night for us all to get the community together, see your friends who, might be there on Monday and you're there Thursday. It'll be a good support for our local community. The next topic.
Victoria Fry Stack says Kona Ice. Why did we choose?
Kona is already booked that day. I did try Kona, but they were already booked.
Also, wear a mask and social distance is like a given with any of our activities. Just follow the rules so that the district does not completely shut down all of our socializing and fundraising options, because we're trying to make the best of the situation here. It is what it is this year. So, if everybody's able to follow the rules and play nicely, we should be able to have a relatively successful year, both socially and fundraising wise. Where are we at with our vote?
All right, our votes have all been yes, and they came from Kristen Zook, Victoria Frystack, and NLPTO.
Okay. If anyone else would like to vote, we're going to give you like 5 more minutes to get your vote in. A comment yes if you would like the website to stay open. No if you do not want us to continue to pay for the website.
The website is also outside of Facebook.
Yes, it is not on Facebook. It is a separate www.yada yada website that anyone can access.
All right. The next new business is virtual activities. We all know in the past we had book bingos, we had Easter with the bunny rabbit, we had Santa Claus come. Obviously, we are now not allowed in the school at all. So we are looking for any ideas that would get us virtually together, whether it's through Facebook Live, Zoom, Google Meets. We did throw around ideas as far as bingo, smarter than the principal, even just like a trivia night. If anyone has any suggestions or advice on how to get this going, we're looking for any input. You can message us privately, and you don't have to bring it up tonight if there's something you have in mind. But we will, in the next few weeks, get something going for a virtual activity. Is anyone? The next topic, is a new member for the board nomination. We were still looking for someone to be vice president of Peters. Kristen Zook is taking on that role. We would like to vote on it tonight to see if everyone agrees on that, and if there is anyone else that would be interested in this position. It's been open for quite some time, and there were no other candidates. There's no other volunteers willing to take on the position. So if we can vote on that tonight, we'll start that now and
Hold on, can we close the first vote?
Yes,
Okay,
let's
yes.
close the first
And
vote.
can we change our results or something, so if someone would?
I'll just say yay, nay for voting. Okay. So as of right now, we will be continuing our website.
We're supposed to vote too.
Oh, I'm a
You
yay.
You don't
Oh,
get to
sure.
vote. You're the president.
For it.
So all the board members in favor, raise your hand. Okay, so that is a unanimous board member vote. And of the votes that we had come in, they were in favor. So we will be continuing to run our website. That will be our project for the next month. So look for that to be up and running in the next couple weeks. Bear with us as we figure this all out.
Yes, just bear with us in general. We're all new to doing this virtually, totally, and not having you guys here present with us is difficult. Okay, so our next vote, if you can say yay.
Somebody has to second the motion.
Oh,
If we could get one of our viewers to second the motion to have for Kristen Zook to take on the role as Vice President of Peters, please comment that you second the motion. And I know there's a little bit of a lag, so we'll wait a sec.
Amanda Cromer seconds the motion.
Excellent. Okay, and then all those in favor of Kristen Zook being Vice President of Peters Elementary, please comment yes. All those not in favor,
Yay.
or
Yay.
yay. And those not in favor, comment no.
I am writing these to Andy for votes.
yeah. Do we have any yays?
Ellie. Taves has been on for. Oh, here we go.
Here they come. There's always a little bit of a lag with Facebook. This is another reason why having the website will be helpful, because it will allow us to run these meetings via Zoom or YouTube live stream. Not that we can't do that through Facebook, but this allows us somewhere to post all these links that anyone can access them. Everyone's just excited that someone's doing it.
Okay. All right, we have quite a few people who are agreeing with us on nominating Kristen Zook. I'm going to ask the board to vote on it now. Everyone raise their hands if they approve. All right, welcome Kristen Zook. You are now the Vice President of Peters. Thank you very, very much.
Yes, that also makes the other Kristen. She will now be the Vice President of Slatington instead of having to cover both schools.
Okay. We are going to now open it up for discussion. If anyone at home has anything they would like to ask us,
Zook says thank you.
You're welcome.
if anyone has any comments, questions, concerns, we are going to open that up now. We know there is a lag. We do apologize. So if you see us just sitting here, we're just waiting on receiving your messages. And at this time, I will also ask my board if they have anything else that they would like to talk about. I actually do have something. While we were sitting here. Last year we did appreciation days for each individual holiday, like secretary, custodian, nurse. Do we want to continue doing that this year because we are coming up to October for principal? Or do we just want to do the whole administration on teacher week?
I would personally like to do it on teacher week again
You have to
because
talk
one,
louder.
Yes.
okay, I would like to do it on teacher week again because one, it was very hard not to miss dates. There were some we fell behind because things were in the way. I don't want to miss anybody. And
I did print out or screenshotted all the days. So I mean,
we have the dates from last year too, but with not being able to go into the school and stuff, I think doing it when we hopefully in spring can be more a little involved, I think it would be easier.
I would say, what if we can't be more involved in the spring now? Teacher week, didn't we just end up giving all the teachers gift cards anyway? We couldn't do our normal
That's
thing.
not our hope for next year.
I know what our hope for next year is, but I'm being realistic. If I would
You're
feel,
a negative person.
I'm not a negative person. I'm a realist. I just,
So, what if we were to do something kind of in between, to maybe recognize everybody during Teacher Appreciation Week, but like, I know that the bus drivers last year really appreciated their cupcakes. And they don't necessarily get to come into the school to experience like the luncheon or whatever it is we're providing. Obviously, like the nurses, the administrators, the principals, they're in the school and they're going to get this, but there's the custodians aren't necessarily there, the bus drivers aren't necessarily there. So what if at the same time we were to drop off something at the bus garage for them, or leave something with the head custodian for the night shift, for the people who aren't there during the day, so that we're recognizing everybody but doing it all at once, so we don't constantly have to plan these like multiple events.
so you're saying
For one
on-
time, yes.
so you're suggesting Teacher Appreciation Week, do everybody, but do it like so that everyone can enjoy it
Right.
at a different time.
Right.
Okay.
So we're not leaving out those who aren't in the school and able to, appreciate it. And, if we're,
could
depending on what the
still
gift
put the
is that we're giving.
Facebook post up, or like maybe
Like
Yeah.
that
get a
we
picture and write like, these are our custodians, if you see them around.
Right. Or, on
So
their
it's
individual
virtually.
days, we could do a virtual shout out. But when it comes to like the gifts and things, do it all at once. Depending on, what it is we're giving the teachers, that might not be applicable to the custodians or the bus drivers. So maybe we'll do their, like, a different gift card or something like that. And that, like, but to do it all at once, so we're not constantly running around with these multiple events. That would be my suggestion.
Rebecca.
I feel like as long as everybody gets recognized, I'm okay with that. If it makes, because I didn't do it last year, so if it makes it easier for the people who did do it last year to do it all in 1 week, that's fine with me. I would just hate to not do anything at all
Right.
in the fall, and then all of a sudden we're scrambling and
See, I'm the total opposite of you. I feel like we should appreciate them on their day. I don't know.
I would be okay with that on their day too.
I mean,
That
because
was my concern.
I know last year we did. Oh, quick! We have to quick run it down again because we forgot this. But if we have it on our calendars,
Oh, speaking of which, I started putting stuff in our shared Google account calendar for the PTO.
someone just wrote a whole big thing there.
Okay, what if, this is from Ellie's case, what if we did something for the support staff that doesn't cost anything? Like, for an example, a video made up of smaller video submissions from children and parents. If we are looking at not being able to afford it, or an art submission like pictures or letters.
Well,
I'm
I
not
don't think,
sure if it's a cost efficient.
I mean, it's-
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that we can budget for it. I think the main issue was, and what Amber's saying might be completely true. If we plan it better and have it more organized, then it will not be so last minute and scrambling to get things done. So,
we do already have the money set aside for it.
okay,
Right.
so yeah, we do have the money set aside.
Says, I know it's probably a little more difficult, but I would prefer celebrating him on their specific day. Ellie says, are we talking about doing it together versus separate? Sorry, it's hard to hear. So yes, it's now pretty much we're just voting and voicing our opinions on separate or together. I think if we're going to do it separate, it really has to be planned out so that everybody, it's not, we're sorry, we're 3 days late, or
Yeah, no, I agree
And
with that.
I totally agree with that too, but I really feel like we should celebrate them during their time of recognition. So,
it's okay, Ellie.
sorry, we'll try to talk louder, I apologize.
Can you hear me and Rebecca?
She's just sitting, so.
Okay, so we are all in agreement, we will celebrate them as their respected holiday. Okay, and then I do also, Ellie, like that idea of doing videos or making cards. That is something that maybe 2 to 3 weeks prior to the holiday, let's call it, I will put something out there, and then the students can deliver to the office, and I will go to the office and pick up anything that the children drew or made for the staff.
Amanda has confirmed it's us.
Okay, so it's the
Okay.
distance.
It's the distance.
Okay.
We're gonna be a
Mr.
little.
Schneiderite is on and says, good evening, everyone.
Hi, Mr. Schneiderite.
And
Um,
Fred says hi.
So, does one of our board members want to be in charge of kind of organizing this, orchestrating it, and making sure it gets done?
Kristen Zook.
Okay. No, we don't.
No, she's fine.
So between Kristen, we're putting you and me in charge of this. Since I'm the one that wants to do it separately, I will gladly take charge. And if you could just be my sidekick, that would be great. Because you're artsy more than I am. Okay.
You're hard to
Was
hear when you face away.
Oh, yeah, that's because I'm talking to the group.
there anything else that they brought up? Is there anything else?
Amanda says, LOL, put her to work immediately. That was my plan.
Are there any
Kristen
other?
Zook says, sounds good.
Are there any other things that any of you would like to discuss? Any questions that you have? Anything else?
It took me a minute to realize you didn't just forget.
Oh, I'm a perfect
I put a slash between it.
I did.
Right here. Until after.
Wait, you guys are KZ and KG in my notes now.
I spell mine the right way. She spells hers with an E.
Does she? I don't know.
Yes, she spells hers wrong.
My cousin's Kristen, and hers is with an E, so hers has always been the right way.
See, all the other Kristens I know are with an I. Anywho,
We're
what,
getting
are,
off topic.
anyone have anything else they are bringing up here?
Mr. Schneiderite says, I just wanted to say thank you. The blacktop looks amazing.
You are welcome. That was a little bit more of an undertaking than we expected, but we were pretty proud of ourselves when we were done too. So, and my daughter has reported that it is really fun.
I didn't see
So.
photos of the finished look. Where were those posted?
They, Amanda, the photos are posted in the community group, not the main Facebook page, because we're not posting photos there.
Let me just let you know what's going on with that. So we have our main Facebook group. I, when became president, felt that there was a lot of people on there who did not have children in the community. I felt it was not something we should be posting all of our stuff on for the world to see. So now from this day forward, all of our pictures and certain things that we kind of want to keep private, you have to become a member to be able to see. Because anyone can go on there and see your child, and we are trying to keep our children safe.
If you get denied and you want to be on the page and we denied you because we felt you either didn't answer our questions, put your child's teacher, because if you know the child's teacher, we're gonna know that you're definitely in our district. We did deny a few that we just felt we weren't comfortable with, and we futurely will send you a message, but if you honestly do not answer the questions, it's an automatic denial.
And this is not like, we're not trying to exclude people. It's really about us being able to share information, share pictures of our kids and pictures of events,
And keep it safe.
knowing that not anybody on the internet is seeing this. So this way, our community can see and enjoy the things that are going on without our children being exposed to whatever. What is the actual name of the group so they can search it if they don't?
It's Northern High
Yeah.
Community.
So if you go to our Facebook page, which is what you're on right now to watch us live, at the very top you're going to see a blue button that says visit group, and you're going to tap on that and you're going to answer the questions and everything. The group is called Northern Lehigh PTO Community. It is a private group, so you should be able to search it, but you're not going to be able to see anything until you send that request, answer the questions, and one of us with admin Facebook access approves you.
Anything else on there?
Amanda said Ethan loves it. Okay, I think I'm there. I'll have to check. You know, if you want me to read it.
No.
Just any questions or
Any last questions or concerns?
We don't want to hold you guys up longer than we need to, but we don't want to cut anybody off if you have anything you want to talk about.
Levi, plug the headphones back in.
Thank you.
All right, we thank everyone for joining us tonight. If there was something you wanted to talk about but didn't feel comfortable bringing it up, you are more than welcome to private message myself or the NLPTO Yahoo account. We look forward to the school year this year, and everyone have a safe and great night.
Also, if you are watching this as a recording and you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let us know. And just keep in mind, if you do watch this as a recording and in future meetings you would like to have a vote, you do need to participate live.
Mrs. Reese says, nice job on the playground.
Thank you, Mrs.
Thank
Reese.
you.
You can turn it off.
All right.
Good night,
Good night.
everybody.